Hey guys, Eva Thompson here.
Hi, this is Sean.
And we want to give you a quick little tip if you feel like you judge your partner. Most of the time, people that judge their partner for their past don't want to do it. They feel quite guilty, they feel quite shameful, and they often don't want to be doing it, basically. And one of the main things that we have noticed is that people that judge their partner are often very self-critical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when someone is self-critical of themselves, that is a projection. So you automatically will feel criticism towards other people as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've got an example very quickly. A client of mine who had a major breakthrough just recently. I was asking questions about what the meaning behind certain intrusive thoughts were, and he was telling me about the worst intrusive thought that he had about his partner. And he told me that he has a list of things that really bother him about it and what it meant. And you know, the list of things were, it meant that she didn't know her own value, she devalued herself, other people really degraded her, she maybe even enjoyed herself doing something that was perceptually wrong, even though she felt wrong about it and she didn't feel good about it, she still did it. And a whole host of other things. These are all the negative things that he was bothered about that concerned her. And I said, and what else is it? Is there anything that makes you feel a certain way? And he was like, well, it really makes me feel less of a man. It makes me feel less of a man. And I was like, and when do you feel like less of a man? And he was like, well, I look back at my life and I feel if this happened, if I didn't get this injury, I'd be this good at that sport. If I was a little bit more on point, I would have done so much better in the business that I tried to start. And if I was better looking, then I would have had better experiences and all sorts of stuff. So not realizing it, he had attached a whole lot of meaning about all the ifs and buts in his life and things that didn't work out for him to his partner as well. So it wasn't just what she did and everything else, but it was something about him that triggered it, right? And that was the emotional charge. That's the thing that was really at the root that was gripping him.
Yeah. And a little tip to help you is realize how you talk to yourself, how you react when you make a mistake, when something isn't the way that you want it to be. For example, if this person that you mentioned, they got an injury and say they couldn't continue in the sport that they wanted to continue in. Often we will think to ourselves, now I'm less than, or, I should have been able to continue, or I'm such an idiot for hurting myself, or for not making this decision, or for making this decision. And we talk to ourselves in such a horrible way without even realizing. And the tip that we want to give you today is to realize how you talk to yourself and ask yourself, would I talk to someone that I really love this way? Would I tell a friend that they are not good enough, or that they are worthless?
If they were going through some difficulty.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they had an injury and they couldn't continue in a sport that they wanted to continue in, would you say to them, well, you're less of a man now that you can't continue playing that sport because you got injured? If your friend had a partner that has had maybe some experiences in the past and your friend was bothered about them, you wouldn't say to your friend, you're not good enough because they did that. You're not special enough. I bet you don't measure up to that person. I bet they're not really happy with you. If a friend messed up at work and they made a mistake and they were really upset about it, you wouldn't say, a lot of people would not say to a friend or a loved one things that they say to themselves. They'll say, they'll call themselves an idiot. They'll be really hard on themselves. They'll say, well, that means that I'm not good enough anymore. But you wouldn't do it to others. So when you talk to yourself, when something happens, when something goes wrong, how do you talk to yourself?
Right. Yeah.
Be less critical of yourself, basically, and be aware of how you would treat someone else in your situation and how you treat versus how you treat yourself.
Yeah. So if your friend was going through something where they made a mistake, they did something wrong. Even worse, they did something that they're not proud of, right?
Yeah.
And they've come to you. You're their friend, and you've been their friend for time, and you've always been there to lend an ear. And it's one of those friends that you've always been around, and you just don't judge them, right? You're able to somehow put things in their place and pick out the positives in light of what's happened. And you reassure them that, hey, this happened, and you give them that knowing look, and you just reassure them that, hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
You messed up, yeah, but just remember that you're still this, and you're still that, and you're still great, and you still have so much going for you.
You're allowed to make mistakes. You're still good enough.
Yeah.
So many times people with RJ, even fathers, they're such giving, loving people, full of kindness and compassion for everyone else but themselves.
Yeah.
And that's something that if you suffer with judgment, maybe look at that. Are you a perfectionist to the point where it's too much, where you need to cut yourself some slack, where you need to be a bit more gentle with yourself, a bit more understanding, a bit more compassionate? All this compassion and kindness that you may be affording to people around you, it's great, but you can also give some of that to yourself because you deserve it.
Yeah. And another this is one that is tricky, but to catch yourself out being really, really critical of yourself when you make a mistake. So if you forget to do something that you were going to do, you're like, oh, I'm so stupid. How did I forget that?
I'm not good enough. I'm less than.
But if you say, I'm so stupid, you're basically saying, I'm so stupid, and that's kind of set in stone. It's a continuous thing. I am stupid. When you're stupid, I am stupid. That means you're saying it all the time.
Yeah.
Right? But if you were to say instead, oh, that was silly, or that was stupid, you're not calling yourself something negative.
Yeah.
So you need to also understand the communication language that you actually are speaking about yourself to yourself every day.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult one, but if you can pick that out and analyze that and see it for what it is as well, and speak about yourself in a more positive light, things start to change as well for you.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, just for this video, if you feel judgmental towards your partner, know that it can be some sort of projection. So if you're critical towards yourself, really, take into consideration how you talk to yourself, because it really, really matters. It doesn't serve anyone being self-critical and being horrible towards yourself. It doesn't serve you, the people around you, anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope this video helped you, and we will see you soon.
See you soon. Take care.
Bye.